Welcome to today's event. As always, if you'll just give me a second so I can make sure that it's popping up and working. Tell me if you're here live, if you are watching the replay. And we'll get started in just a minute. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm so happy. I know that some of you live in Northeast Florida, but not all of you. I enjoyed our little ice storm last week, calling it ice instead of snow. But I'm really enjoying the warmer weather. Okay. I don't live in Utah anymore for a reason. All right? For a reason. All right. Hi, Holly. Okay, thank you. Now I know it's working. All right, so some of you are new here, so I want to take a moment to introduce myself and tell you what I do. My name is Nicole, of course, you know that. And what I do is I help women reconnect with the wisdom of their womb. So reclaiming their power, identity, and joy so that they can break free from old patterns, set clear boundaries, and embrace their true purpose with confidence and keyword with ease. So with today, we're going to do something a little different. Hi, Spooky. This is Spooky in case you are new here. She always comes in on the lives. She's the black cat with orange eyes. Freya is the cat that's, well, right now she's pretty gray because she changes her colors from white, gray, brown, and she's a Maine Coon. So my kitties often pop up a lot on the lives. Anyways, today's a little bit different because what we're going to do is we're going to do a group Reiki, but we're going to do it via a Reiki-infused meditation slash activation. And the reason for that is that, first of all, I wanted to do something different, okay? Second of all, I think that as women, it's really usual and normal for us to feel really trapped in our head, overthinking, doubting ourselves, second guessing every decision. So know that you are not alone, but what I want you to walk away from is that your intuition isn't broken. It's just buried. And it's buried underneath fear, underneath that self-doubt, but especially those layers of societal conditioning that told you to trust everyone else's voice but your own. Because that's just something that we pick up as women from the moment that we're born, from being little girls. So today, I really hope that we can change that for you. This session is all about uncovering your intuition, like uncovering a long lost treasure, okay, buried deep within. So we're going to clear some energetic blocks, which I call debris, that have been keeping you stuck, help you reconnect to that part of yourself that knows your higher self, because she's there. I promise you she's there. So this is more than a Reiki session. It's an activation. It's a reclamation of your divine power. Come on, Spooky. So what I want you to do is just relax, be open. I'm already starting to get comfortable because we're going to be here for a while. So like I said, we're going to do some group Reiki. All you have to do is relax, be open. I'm going to lead you through an activation, through a meditation. So after that, at the very end, once I tell you to open your eyes, I really want you to ask any questions or let me know if you feel stuck so that I can really help channel with you at the end of this live and get messages from your guides, from your angels, from your higher self so that you know what your next direction is, okay? I don't want you to feel stuck at the end of this. So please, at the end, write your comments and we'll dig in deeper, okay? Now, this meditation is probably going to take about, I would guess, maybe 15 to 25 minutes. So let's get started. Drop a little fire emoji in the comments first if you're ready to unearth your intuition today. And then, once you've done that, just start by finding a comfortable space. It doesn't matter if you're laying down, if you're sitting, however you're comfortable. If you're walking, that's perfectly fine too. So what I'm going to do is cleanse the space. If you've been here before, you know that. Hi, Stacy. If you've been here before, you know that whenever I clear and cleanse energy in my space and like you're watching, you're also receiving that clearing and cleansing. So I'm using some Palo Santo, which is just a holy wood that it does help to purify and cleanse energy, but I think that not only does it do that, it also really just I think it invites angels. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it just smells very different than sage. Like sage really is good at clearing everything. Hi, Sheila. Thank you for that fire emoji. And you too, Stacy. So anyways, the Palo Santo is really good at, yes, clearing, but also inviting more of like an angelic frequency, whereas sage, bye, spooky. Sage really clears everything, which is needed sometimes, right? But today I really want our angels, I want your higher self super, super present. So we're using some Palo Santo to clear the space. I'm sorry, I think it's freaking hilarious that Spooky left as soon as I lit this Palo Santo. What does that say, Spooky? What does that mean? All right, cozy up, get a blanket, get a pillow, get comfortable. You might want to have a journal by the way, close near you. Okay. Put that up there. All right, remember, your job is very simple. Just to follow along. Be open. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I want you to close your eyes and take a really big, deep breath in and deep breath out. And I'm just going to do a very simple invocation right before we jump in. I call upon the divine light within each of us, the part of us that is infinite, wise, and whole. I call upon the archetype of the high priestess, keeper of intuition and divine wisdom. I call upon the sacred feminine energy that flows through us, reminding us that we are all creators of our reality. May this space be protected, powerful, and transformative. And so it is. So with your eyes closed now, go ahead and imagine yourself standing at the edge of a dense, mysterious forest. This forest represents the parts of you that have been clouded by doubt, fear, and overthinking. So as you take your first step into the forest, a soft golden light begins to follow you. This light is your inner wisdom, and it's illuminating the path ahead. Begin to really feel it surrounding you, dissolving the fog of confusion, clearing away the branches of fear and hesitation. And with each step you take, feel the noise in your mind quieting. The what ifs and the second guesses begin to fade, being replaced by stillness and clarity, by the sounds and sights of the forest. You reach a clearing in the forest, and at its center stands a beautiful ancient tree. Its roots are deep, its branches are wide, and its presence is simply humbling. Place your hand on the tree's trunk and feel it vibrating with wisdom. This tree is a reflection of you, grounded, strong, and deeply connected to the earth and the cosmos. And as you're touching the tree, golden light begins to flow from its trunk into your hands and travels up your arm directly to your heart. Feel this light swirling in your chest, unlocking doors that fear and pain have kept closed. In fact, imagine your heart as a portal, a gateway to your highest truth. Let it open fully. Now, repeating silently or out loud, I trust the wisdom of my heart. I am open to receiving divine guidance. I am safe to follow my intuition. And remembering to breathe, allowing that beautiful golden light and Reiki to transmute anything that is coming up for you right now in this moment. Just simply focusing on being right here, right now. And now that golden light begins to travel down into your lower belly. This is where your intuition lives. So So, with that golden light continuing to percolate in your lower belly, see yourself walking further now into the clearing, discovering a beautiful ancient well. This is the well of intuition. It's a sacred reservoir of wisdom that has been waiting for you. As you approach the well, you notice that it's covered by a heavy stone. This stone is your years of doubt, external opinions and validation, and fear have all kept this well hidden by this heavy stone. But now you have the strength to remove it. So visualize yourself placing your hands on the stone and gently lifting it away. As the stone is removed, a radiant light bursts forth. It's pure, it's undeniable. Maybe you see it, maybe you sense it, maybe you know it. This light is your intuition, your inner knowing, and your divine compass. Next to the well, you notice a golden bucket. So go ahead and lower that golden bucket into the well and draw up its sacred water. Imagine yourself drinking this deeply, feeling the wisdom flowing through every cell of your body. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You are connected, you are clear, you are whole. So take a few minutes with your intuition. And taking the next minute to ask any additional questions or to continue to connect with your intuition, to receive its healing waters. Okay, and taking a big deep breath, just allowing your awareness to return back into the space wherever you are, placing your hand over your heart and thanking yourself for showing up today. You're not just uncovering your intuition or yourself, you're reclaiming it. You're stepping into your power. You're remembering the wisdom that has always been yours. So whenever you're ready, open your eyes. And of course, if you are open to it, I would really love to know how this was for you in the comments below. If anything came up for you during that session, if you felt any shift or clarity. For those of you that hopped on late, you will be able to watch the replay, so you can do that. I think we started a little bit after 5 minutes. What I'm going to do while I'm waiting for y'all to comment if you're comfortable with it, of course it's not a requirement, I'm just going to tell you what I really focused on releasing with the Reiki. I hope my writing didn't disturb you. I really didn't think about that. Anyways, so specifically, while we were at the well, and I say we, you all were there individually at your own wells. And this is also going to be true for those of you watching the replay. This is going to go in a totally different direction, but time is not linear. So even if you are watching the replay and you're like, well, I didn't do it live with you, so how do you know what happened? Just leave it simple. Time is not linear. Okay? I could still pick up on your feelings, your thoughts, your fears. So what we did was we worked on a lot of emotional healing. So I used the emotional healing symbol, the empowerment symbol, and a lot of fears were being transmuted from the heart, from the throat, and then of course the sacral, which is the womb, so around the hip area. A lot of the work that we did took place in the spiritual body and in the emotional body. So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't want to comment or I don't want to message her because nothing came up and I couldn't see anything, feel anything, I feel like nothing happened, I just sat there. Understand that again, this happened on a spiritual level and on an emotional level. So your 3D physical body may not have experienced anything, but that doesn't mean that you as a whole didn't receive any healing or didn't have any transmutation. What I think is going to be really, really cool is from this moment on for the next probably, the guides are saying collectively 72 hours. So today is Wednesday. So since today's early, until like mid-Saturday afternoon, you all are open. You are cleared. Fears have been transmuted and shifted. So what that means is that notice the synchronicities, notice the signs, notice the angel numbers, notice any random smells. Notice if you find any feathers, if any butterflies or any other animals are presenting themselves either physically or in dream form. Even even on posters, okay? So what I'm saying to you is pay attention, be open, and know that the more that you ask for guidance from your guides, the more that they're going to give you. And don't be afraid to be specific with your guides, okay? They are here to help you. They want to help you. So again, if you're feeling stuck, unsure, or like you need more guidance, drop your thoughts in the comments, or you can always message me. But this is definitely your chance to ask any questions, to get live insights, to get live channeling, and intuitive guidance. And of course, if you're open for it, like I really will tell you what your guides are saying for you to do. One thing that I also want to remind all of you about is that when we're doing this work, this deep inner work, and we are reconnecting and reclaiming our power, our intuition, ourselves, understand that one session is not going to do the trick. I know you guys are probably tired of me giving this analogy, but would you go to a personal trainer one time and expect results? No, I know you wouldn't. I know you would not expect to lose 20 pounds overnight, okay? Healing is the very same way. It's going to take more than one session to clear. It's going to take more than one session to hear your intuition. So on Friday, I think I'm going to do a live Q&A. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to join us on Friday. I am not sure what time I'm going to do that yet, so to be determined. But it will be inside the Facebook group, and I'll make that event today. It'll be a live Q&A all about intuition. Like, how do you know if it's your ego or anxiety or your intuition? What to do if you're feeling stuck and you can't hear, see, sense, feel your voice, your guide's voice. You do not have to do this alone. I am here, and even other women in this group are here to help you really tap into that guidance that's always been within you and all around you, okay? Oh, spooky. Spooky fell off my lap. She came back, by the way. Stacy, I'll read your comment in a second. Spooky came back right when we all got to the well, and if you don't know, Spooky is my familiar, which means her and I like to heal together. She is one of my little power animals, and it's definitely not our first time together. I was actually just talking to a friend about it. I realized after all these years, I realized that she's an incarnation of my childhood cat, which is a whole different story for another day. But just fun fact, she came in at the well specifically, and I think that that's a really cool and important message because I think we all needed some of her healing. All right, Stacy. Golly, I should have gotten my glasses. Facebook, your font is very small. This was amazing, said Stacy. I felt so much emotional release, a powerful shift, and a ton of downloads. I have everything I need within. Yes! I have been preparing for this moment my entire life. It is now time for me to step into my power. Yes, please share what my guides say. Okay. Stacy. What's interesting is in the last few Reiki sessions with you in the group, there's been like this energetic imprint that we've been working to clear of being hesitant to step into your power because there's a fear of ruffling feathers. And what's interesting is like that could happen in two ways. It's either going to be ruffling feathers of everyone around you. I guess three ways, okay? Because that could be everybody around you. It could be your inner circle, which would be your family and close friends. Or it could be like people online, you know? Specifically, your guides have been mentioning to let go of what your friends and family think because it's like you're afraid to ruffle the feathers of that inner circle. I'm just listening to any more messages. I'm not frozen. So, Stacy, one of the symbols that I used today was the Daikomyo symbol, and that was just to help release on a spiritual level any karma from any other lifetimes where, not just you, because I'm talking directly to you. I'll say you. Uh-oh, I just clicked a notification to not restart the computer. I hope. Okay, I didn't do it. It's fine. So that Daikomyo symbol, it was interesting because when I started using it, I knew we were working on the spiritual body, but it was very clear that some vows were coming up to be broken. So if this resonates with you, by the way, sighing is a release of energy. I'm not frustrated. As soon as I said that, Stacy, your guide said yes, and they're showing me like a man. I can't really describe this man to you. I just know that he's close to you. So whether that is a friend, a family member, I don't know. But that's where the vow is. The vow meaning you agreed in a prior lifetime to stay small, Stacy, which I think is a part of why you're hesitant to step up in this lifetime, because you know it's going to ruffle feathers, and it almost feels like, well, I'm not going to be a good person or a good girl if I go back on my promise from back then. You know what I mean? So then it's like it causes even more fear and constriction, and it's like you're literally frozen in place, like talking about nervous system here, okay? It's like you're frozen in place. You're not in fight or flight or fawn, which is people pleasing. It's like you're frozen. You can't move. So, I'm just sending you some more Reiki, and I'm snapping to clear some of that energetic fear out of the way. Stacy, on Monday, what I'm going to do, Friday is going to be the intuition Q&A day. Monday is going to be, of course, you're going to get Reiki on Monday because you're in the private membership. So on Sunday, Stacy, when you comment, tell me if you want some specific things to happen. But then on Monday, at some point, what I'm hoping to do is do another meditation, like a live activation, actually, where we incorporate some movement, because there's definitely some movement that needs to happen. You're an emotional authority, right, Stacy? I can't remember now in human design. But your guides are saying to remove some of that fear, you've got to move your body. So whether that be walking or doing hip circles. Monday, we're going to do some hip circles live, okay? And then, of course, giving yourself Reiki. I'm seeing the Reiki go into your hips right now, like on the sides, almost like where your ovaries would be. I don't even know if you have your ovaries anymore, but it doesn't really matter. Energetically, they're still there. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter. They're still there energetically if you don't have them. It does matter if you don't have them, but you know what I'm saying. So what's so cool is that as a woman, your womb is so powerful. Again, if any of you are listening, I know some of you don't physically have your womb anymore. That does not matter. You still have that energetic imprint. You are still a woman. So what they're showing me, your guides are showing me, is that once you really hone in on clearing these very specific things, so maybe digging down a little bit deeper with that vow, doing some more cleansing and clearing work, maybe doing a cord cutting, choosing to move through some fears here that are going to pop up for you in the next few weeks, especially as we move into spring, Stacy. And then doing that physical movement, like I said, the walking, hip circles, because you just need some more release in that area, like in your lower belly, in your hip area, in your lower back, and your creativity after that is just gonna take off, just like that. Again, I'm just snapping to release some energy. Okay, I love that. Stacy just confirmed a couple of things. So you've been working on speaking up to your family, and now you can confront them. I'm so proud of you. It has ruffled feathers, and you've got a wide open solar plexus. Okay, good. Okay. Your guides have said that those are the steps for you to do now. And what's interesting is that they just keep showing that once you go through those steps and as time goes on, it's just going to keep opening up all the other steps, okay? John, I'm so glad that you're going to come back to the replay. And then Martha. So after I said that, she went over to our cat tree and tried to kick Freya off. She wouldn't. Freya stood her ground. She wouldn't leave. What do cats mean, Martha? I mean, I know they mean intuition. Spooky, where'd you go? Oh, Spooky's asleep now in the black chair, which is why I couldn't see her, because she blends right in. You're welcome, Stacy. Okay. Huh. Martha, what came up for you immediately as soon as I started talking to your guide, since Spooky wants to be asleep right now and doesn't want to be a guide anymore, is that connecting to the feline energy, and then I'm going to read your other comment. Connecting the feline energy right now for you is a connection to Egypt. Like Sphinx, you know? What's interesting, Martha, is that about 2 weeks ago with my Rose Priestess, I did a connection to Sekhmet, which is the orange rose. So I've just started working with the orange rose. So yeah, your guides are saying the cat is really that feline energy. It's representing the element of fire. And what it boils down to, they're saying, is divine feminine leadership. So for you, I think what that really looks like in terms of Egypt is a reclamation. I don't know if you've had a past life with in Egypt. I just assume that you've had many, let's be honest. But it feels like it doesn't necessarily feel like there's a healing that's happening right now for you. It's actually more of like a reclamation. It's more of like a recalling of power, okay, from some type of Egyptian leader life where you were either a woman or you could have been a sphinx. You could have been, you could have been Sekhmet, like a Sekhmet with the, lioness head and the human body. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I don't like a. I think I was actually with Wendy, and we were eating lunch together, and I was pulling a card, and the familiar card came up, and it just took me like a full 24 hours after that, and after confirming with Holly. Sometimes I still need validation too. That Spooky is a familiar of mine because my husband actually got her like 5 years ago, I think. So I felt like because I didn't like pick her out from the shelter that she couldn't be my familiar. And then, so I just kind of doubted it. But then the more and more that I realized it and talked to her, the more and more I just realized that, yeah, she's that same little familiar that I grew up with. Okay, I'm gonna read your other comment too. Martha said, I arrived tardy and listened as I was cleaning. Well, don't worry, you're not in trouble for being tardy. It was such an interesting experience. I felt like I was in an I felt like I was an ancient atop a mountain watching humanity go through their human dramas, joys, and fears. I felt so distant but filled with love for humanity. Maybe I should meditate while cleaning more often. Happy Chinese New Year. Okay, I bet that you're onto something like that because that sounds like a walking meditation. I've never thought about that before. Because you're keeping your, your like egoic 3D mind busy so that your higher dimensions can come through. That makes so much sense. Okay, I love that you have many timelines in Egypt and you've been calling in resources from other timelines. What a beautiful freaking way to put that. I love that. I was in the priesthood in Egypt several times. Oh, duh. Okay, I'm getting that all four of my cats are my familiars because I'm a witch. Again, duh. I love it. Yay. Oh, this makes me so happy. Okay, I've got to hop off soon for a past life regression. So if anyone else has anything to comment, let me know. Martha, the only thing that I want to say to you that's left is just that your guides continue to say, like, just keep trusting these, like, little nuggets here and there because the little nuggets end up growing to be, huge. And so they're just really encouraging you to keep going and keep doing what you're doing. And keep reclaiming those resources. I love it. All right, I'll wait another minute or two before we wrap up. When we went to the well, by the way, I couldn't help it. I was like, I really want to drink my water. And it just felt so good to drink water at the same exact time, like in the 3D, not the 5D. Hi, Carrie. So today was a little different. Thank you so much for being here, John. It was group Reiki, so it was like a Reiki-infused meditation. So go back and watch the replay, Carrie, and then comment with your experience because I'm hoping it'll be quite magical. Oh, it's exactly what came in this morning. Little nuggets are confirmation. That makes me so happy, Martha. Okay, so this is just a little glimpse of what's possible when you say yes to yourself. So if today resonated with you, imagine the transformation that's waiting for you inside of the intuition course. So we're going to dive a little deeper and we're going to clear more energetic debris in a divine feminine in the divine feminine intuition course. We're going to help you reconnect to your inner wisdom in ways that you truly can't even imagine right now. And I'm laughing because a couple of you did excavate your intuition with me. I think that was in 2022, which I can't believe is 3 years ago. But so it's a little similar to that, but it's so much deeper. So this course starts on Tuesday and it's a 7-week course over Zoom. So I know all of you don't live locally. That's perfectly fine. We're all going to be over Zoom. It's going to be recorded. You're going to have a manual. And what we're going to do is we're going to blend that ancient healing medicine, the healing with the goddess Selene, the goddess of the moon and intuition. She is one of our guides that have stepped forward to be with us. But then we're also going to give the practical because when we really marry the healing and then the knowledge, that is, I think, when we become unstoppable. Martha was talking about how she had multiple lifetimes in the priesthood in Atlantis. We weren't just born and became these all-knowing spiritual beings. You don't just wake up one day and all of a sudden become an intuitive, a medium, a psychic, a healer. It typically does not happen like that. What happens is you follow those little golden nuggets. You take those family confrontations one by one, and the more that you do this work, the more that you don't care about those those feathers that you're ruffling. Because you are worthy of this, your intuition is waiting for you. And I'm really here to help guide all of you because this is something that has to be learned. This is something that has to be unearthed. We've got to excavate it. We've got to let it out. But we've got to feel safe while we're doing it. We've got to feel that community. We've got to heal. Hi, Jennifer. So, yes, Stacy. Friday is going to be, I think I've named it Bad Bitch Intuition Q&A. Monday is something like Unleashing Your Inner Witch. So I'll get those 2 events out today. They'll be inside the Facebook group live like this one. So if you have any questions about intuition, you can message me, you can post in the group, come to the live, whatever makes you happy. Like I said, Monday is going to be more about letting that inner witch or wizard, if you're a man, come out. So we're going to be doing some journaling exercises live together. We're going to be doing some physical movement in the chair together. And we're going to activate that intuition, okay? All right, my loves. I hope you're having a great, what is today, Wednesday. Message me or comment if you want to learn more about the intuition course. The payment plans start at $50 a month through Klarna, which is on Stripe. And like I said, we start on Tuesday, the 4th at noon Eastern time over Zoom. But it will be recorded. So if you can't make it, it's always going to be recorded. All right, I'm sending you all lots of love. Thank you for being vulnerable today and showing up. Thank you for trusting me, for trusting yourself, and reclaiming your power and your intuition. I love you all.